Hello, everybody. Welcome to Plants vs. Zombies 2. We're finally here. Everybody's favorite, Big Wave Beach. Now, even though I think Neon Mixtape Tour had the most hard levels, this one just has a handful, or not even like a couple levels that are just beyond annoying. So I don't think they're going to appear. They might appear in this level. But there's pompadours and there's bikini zombies. So basically we're going to get twice the amount of buckets, cones, and regulars. And we have lily pads and tango kelp, so this is like the water level. So just imagine if all the pool zombies from the first game, imagine if they all took steroids. And you'll have a pretty good idea of what this level is going to be like, or this world, I should say. Alright, sticking with lightning reed, because it's easily one of the best plants. And we're going infinite nut. What type of lawnmower is that? It's like a grill with like a propeller? What in the heck am I looking at? So, if you look closely, there's like a blue arrow at the top of the screen. And there's a line of seaweed. Now, it doesn't happen so much in the beginning of this world, but it's going to happen a whole bunch in the latter portion. There's going to be like low tides and stuff. When the tide goes out, it uncovers a bunch of like zombies that were hiding in the water. And if the tide comes in and your plant is not on a lily pad, then it drowns. It just disappears. Now you can actually put the lily pad after... Oh, never mind. So you can only put lily pads on the right side of the seaweed line. But if they are, then you can... If the tide's like out, you can actually put the lily pad second and the plant first. Which I don't know why you would do that, but that's an option. So yeah, just 360 Tony Hawkster, bruh. So yeah, lightning reed, even though it's low damage, it affects multiple targets, and once you get a bunch of them, it's like 9 times out of 10, it's going to be game over for the zombies. Just straight out. So it looks like we just have the pompadours. So I'm starting my third line of lightning reeds. Now if I want to go any further, I'm going to need lily pads. And then we have tango kelp. It works the same as in the first game. It affects one target and just kills them. And then if you use plant food, it's like some plants like the potato mine. It just multiplies. Look at the flag zombie. He's got like a polo. But yeah, this seems to be everybody's favorite world, Big Wave Beach. And I do admit, I love the beach. I like the look of it. Now, when I played this game the first time, I got stuck. Now, we're not going to get to this till much later. But arguably the worst level of the game is near the end of this world, and I was stuck on it for a week. Now, we'll see if it gets any easier now that my plants are more upgraded and, I have all the plants. Alright, level 1, no big deal. It just gets you introduced to the idea. Okay. Now we're stepping into the deep waters, level 2. Get ready for nautical nonsense. There's the bikinis. Now, there's no difference. They're both the exact same. Like I just said, you're going to get more cones and buckets. Alright, honestly, I'm just going to stick with lightning reed. I'm just going to ride the lightning reed wave. Just ride that perfect wave. What do I want? What do I want? What do I really, really want? So as you can see, the water is below the seaweed. The tide is out. However, it can easily go back in. Here, I'll demonstrate. Puff shroom and then lily pad. Now, the opposite can happen for water plants. If the tide goes out, obviously the water plant needs water. So not including the lily pads, like if you have a tangle kelp and the tide goes out, it'll die. It'll disappear. But I want to make sure that doesn't happen because nobody deserves to disappear. Alright. So far, we're doing very well. The zombies are coming. It's undeniable. Now, all we know is that it takes place in the 60s, but we don't know if like this is California, Florida. We don't know where this is at. I'm just going to say it's California. I don't know how all these people drowned, but just roll with it. Or like I said earlier, maybe Zomboss can actually make zombies. Like at first, it was like the movies, where if you got bit, you turn into a zombie. But it's like, that's too much work. It's like when the robots start making other robots. There's zombies making other zombies. So, we were doomed. But we have plants, so it all works out. Everything just connects in the end, you know? Okay, so if they're all in water, shouldn't this lightning be much more effective? Like, shouldn't the whole water be electrified? Also, rutabaga, because it hovers, you can actually put it in the water without a lily pad. I will demonstrate in the next level. Level 3, go under that palm tree. Alright, bring it on, Big Wave Beach. I smell conveyor belt. And I was right. So it looks like we're getting repeaters and chompers. Not the worst combo, but I've had better. I've had better? Yeah, I've had better. Definitely had better. Oh, and pea shooters, okay. So peas and chompers. So constant, I don't know why I put him in the back. Constant damage plus a wall of chompers. Now we haven't gotten a single lily pad yet. So unless we're going to get lily pads, we are stuck on the sand. Can we get some lily pads? Because I'm tired of all this candy on the dry land. Oh, the tide's going out, but it could easily come back in. So I'm just going to stay on the sand. Oh, they're riding the wave. It's like is that a whole row of buckets? That is a whole row of, or a column of buckets. Holy buckets. Guys, this is why you don't litter. You throw your trash in the water and the zombies are gonna use it as armor. What have you done? You couldn't just wait till you got to a trash can? You couldn't just... You had to litter? Where's SpongeBob when you need him? He would have never, like, let the ocean get this dirty. Never. Now, here's a question. How is their hair... the bikini zombies, how is their hair... Their hair looks dry. I know their head is above the water, but it seems like they've spent some time in the water. So their hair's got to be at least a little wet. It seems like it's completely dry. Like, what is going on here? Is it a wig? It's got to be a wig. Well, whether it was a wig or not, we won the level. All right. All right, let's just move right along. Four. Well, actually, nobody plays golf on the beach, so I think we're all right. All right. Seems to be the same level as last time, just with imps. Now, I'm sure y'all know this, but imps are, when they're by themselves, without the gargantuar, they're like normal zombies. They're slightly weaker, but they're slightly faster. But they're really not that different from regular zombies. I'll play this one, but if we get more similar levels, I might just skip a few. Alright. Where's the rutabaga? It's... Pardon me. There it is. And we'll get that. And lily pad, tangle kelp. And of course explosives. You always want at least one explosive, single use, or some kind of instant acting plant in case of emergencies. It's always better safe than sorry. Because if you're sorry in this game, it means you're going to get your brains eaten. And also, the lightning reed can attack 3 lanes, so it's like the 3-peater when it comes to range. And as you can see, the rutabaga does not need a lily pad because it hovers. But don't worry, he can still be eaten. So that's... If it can fly, how can it still be eaten? Just fly... Oh, there it is, low tide. Just uncovers the zombies. You're getting a little close there. Have a pepper. Pompadour picked a patch of pickled peppers. Oh, and just in case I didn't show it before, I bought apple mortar. So it's kind of like a cabbage, except it attacks 3 lanes, and it also... Not as long as the butter, but it stuns all the zombies for like a brief moment. Here, have another pepper. Pepper, pepper on the wall. Please kill them all. You know, if the zombie apocalypse happened, there would be some idiot that would be like, oh, the zombies have feelings too, you know. We shouldn't kill them. Well, then why don't you go out there and just give them a big hug, alright? Just do that. Now, wait a minute. If we're in the water, how is there fire? Wouldn't the fire... It's It's not wildfire. Wouldn't it just burn out once it touched the water? And thus his ashes were spread in the ocean, where he always wanted them. Very sad. Anyway, we won. Big shocker. Yeah, these early levels really aren't anything special, but trust me, this difficulty is going to ramp up very fast. Alright, we're making good time. I think it's been just over 15 minutes. Although I've been wrong before. So that stands to be seen. So we'll play a couple more levels, and we'll play it by ear. Another conveyor belt? I like the conveyor belts. Every once in a while, it's fun to just sit back and watch the fireworks, because most conveyor belt levels, they give you a lot of good plants. You just sort of watch the magic happen. Yep, and my walnut drowned. R.I.P. Walnut. We'll always remember how hard he was. So I'm just going to make a line of tangle kelp. You know, if it wasn't so darn expensive... And, yep, the tangle kelp just died because of the low tide. I didn't mean for that to rhyme, but it did. Now, if you think in my videos I'm always going to rhyme, you're going to have a bad experience. Just telling you. You know, if it wasn't so darn expensive, I would move to California. Because I'm sick and tired of all this, like, snow crap. Especially now with the wacky weather. It's like spring and fall are out of the job. It's cold all the way to mid-May, and then it's boom, hot. Now, I like the hot stuff. I love hot weather. You know, people think I'm weird, but I like the hot weather. But you get such like a whiplash. So, I'm just going to get some year-round fun in the sun. Gotcha. Okay, let's get some of these walnuts armored. A huge wave of zombies is approaching. You don't say. And honestly, is the big wave really that big? Okay, well, it is big. But I've constantly been dealing with zombies for the past 2 minutes. So you could have warned me about that earlier. But hey, you know, better late than never, I guess. Here, get tangled in the tangle kelp. Oh, that was horrible. So I hope you guys are having a great day. If you're in school still, summer is right around the corner. So you got like a few weeks left. And then boom, summer vacay. Yeah, speaking of the beach, you know, some of you are probably going to go there. You know, I've only been to the beach a few times, but one of my favorite things to do at the beach, I would wade out as far as possible, like away from the beach. Like go almost out to sea. And then, like every 20 minutes, a big wave would come. And I would go under the water, like under the wave. And I would let it like throw me all the way back to the sand. It was really fun. Most plants picked for me, so I have some freedom. They're going to pick most of the plants for me. Okay, you just barely saw him. I know it was kind of brief, but this level has snorkel zombies. Now, aside from having more health, the snorkel zombies operate exactly the same. They do not... They can't be hit by straight shot projectiles while they're under the water. So they have to, once they start eating, they'll come up and start eating. Or if they come out of the water, they'll actually act like a regular zombie. However, if you use like cabbage or melon, like any kind of arcing plant, will hit the snorkel zombie if it's underwater, but like pea shooter will not hit it. And I just realized I didn't really bring any sort of... like arcing plant. But we have walnuts, we have puff shroom, and we have tangle kelp. Not to mention the iceberg lettuce. So while we're not really prepared, we have several things we can stall them with. So just munch on that for a while. And then he'll eventually just come out of the water. You should just went back in the water. We never should have came out of the water. We should have just stayed in the water. Alright, none of this would be happening. Life would be just so much easier. Bring it on, zombie. You got frozen on the beach. Talk about irony. Always remember your lily pads. Okay, maybe I should have brought an arcing plant, because can't really stall them as well when there's a ton of them. It's not one of those tougher zombies where like it's only a couple of them. Like these come in droves. Wait, if they're dead, they don't need to breathe. So why the snorkels? Like, what's up with that? Maybe when they died, they still had it. Just take it off then. It's not doing any good. Okay, low tide, one good thing I can say about low tide is it does neutralize the snorkel zombies. So their whole shtick is ruined. But that's about it. Other than that, low tide is a pain. Yep, just zap them. Just turn them into bug juice. Turn them into bug juice? What am I even saying? I've gone delusional. I really shouldn't have drank that salt water. Yeah, that's a joke. 75% of this planet is water, and we can't even drink it? I think we got ripped off. Alright, honestly, this is the end of the... Well, no, there's another big wave. If they eat a couple of those, that's okay, because there's plenty more. They're cheap, and they're replaceable. Yeah, every single one of you can be replaced, so do your job. Because I will not hesitate to replace each and every one of you. Same thing with the zombies, I guess. I guess they're expendable. No, almost. There we go. Okay. There's just that little voice in my head. And it's telling me to play one more level. Ooh, rewards. So, I'll play one more level. I held this conch shell up to my ear, and I thought I was going to hear the ocean, but it said play one more level. So, that's hey, what the... Come on now. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. So without further ado, let's play one more level, and then just go home. Okay. exact same as last time, just adding an imp. So, we are skipping this one. Again, I know that's going to make some people upset, but, you know, it's just going to get boring to talk about the same thing over and over again. Because when the game repeats itself like that, not only are you going to look at the same thing over and over again, but like I have nothing new to add to the table. Like, we've already done that. Ooh, that's one ugly looking Gargantuar. So this is basically a bowling minigame. This is like walnut bowling. Different colors do different damage. Now, I believe I've used it before, but there is a plant called the bowling bulb, where it shoots like these coconut bowling balls, and they bounce from zombie to zombie. They're actually pretty useful. But in this level, you actually deploy just the balls. Now, also, I remember there being a few of these levels, and I'm going to skip all the future ones, because they do add a few tougher zombies, but it's pretty much the same concept. So I'll play this one, but in the future, I'm going to skip the bowling levels. It's not that they're not fun to play, because I like them, but, you know, I want you guys to have a little bit of variety, not just, you know, I'll try to change it up a little bit. Because as a content creator, like, there's nothing more, creatively bankrupt than, like, just doing the same thing over and over again. So I do try to make it at least a little bit different, and then try to make it somewhat entertaining. Now, obviously, from a monetary standpoint, you know, if it makes someone money, they're going to keep doing it, but like I said, I'm just having fun. So I'm not really concerned about the dough. What did I say about the fast forward? I really gotta look in there if there's an option to, like, keep the fast forward on if there's zombies getting close to the left side of the screen. Yes, I know they're getting close, and I get why it turns off. So you can, like, plan. But, like, don't treat me like a baby, okay? I know what I'm doing. I made it to Big Wave Beach. Yeah, I lost a few times, but still, I made it this far. Alright, don't treat me... Wow, okay, I just wasted that. Don't treat me like a child. If I want my feet licked, I'm gonna ask for it. That's actually gross, I'm sorry, but you know what I'm saying. There's probably not a setting, but I'll check for one. Wait, can we kill the snorkel zombies if they're submerged with these? Because I don't know if it's hurting them, it was definitely hitting them, like bouncing off of them. Now, obviously, they can hurt them now because they're above the water. But, like, when they're under the water, like, are they getting, like, hurt? Man, that is one ugly dude. If the ugly barnacle was a person, that would be it. We are literally fighting the ugly barnacle. Maybe that's why everyone died. He was so ugly that everyone died. Except in this case, it's not the end, because they actually have to fight everybody. Die, barnacle! Strike! That was a gutter ball. I think the best I've bowled is like a 135. Not great, but pretty impressive for the average person. Oh, I almost didn't see you there. And that is where we are going to wave goodbye. I hope you all enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. And go have some dinner. You've had a long day. You've been working hard. You deserve a break. So go eat some dinner.